Hey everyone, and welcome back to the CLTP Studio Session Podcast. My name is Brandon, lead consultant for CLT Podcasting, the brand new Charlotte-based boutique firm, teaching you how to be a podcaster and helping you bring your storytelling and digital conversation holding to life with awesome services catered just to you. Now, this week I want to talk about the process of podcasting. Very important to know. A lot of people, even nowadays with podcasting being as popular as it is, a lot of people don't realize that podcasting is more than just sitting down, hitting record, having a conversation, and boom, you have a show. There's a lot more to it than that. And understanding the process that is podcasting will help you understand, one, how to approach it, what kind of steps to prepare, what kind of map you want to create for yourself. How do you want to envision the show growing? How do you want to begin versus where you want to be in 3, 6 months, 1 year from now? So many important things happen once you understand the process of podcasting. Now, before I go in, if you want to calculate the cost of your brand new podcast, you can head over to cltpodcasting.com, click calculate your podcasting price, and we'll get back to you with a brand new set price, plus an invitation for a no strings attached discovery call to talk about your show, your concept, and help you discuss possible services we can provide to you to bring your podcasting to life. Now, one of the easiest ways to break down the process of podcasting is by discussing the 3 main sections of the process, which we'll talk about more in depth the rest of this week. You have pre-production, production, post-production. The simplest way to break down each section is that pre-production, that's your planning. That's your taking and really considering and figuring out all of the elements aligned that need to align, that need to allow your podcast to happen and making sure they happen. Production is the actual happening. That is when those things align and you are in the studio or at your home setup, recording the conversation, whatever it is. Post-production is taking all that raw conversation you've aligned up and put together and working it into a polished final product. Now, each step has a lot more to it than just that, which is why we'll talk about it more in depth this week. But understanding those 3 basic levels of the process, pre-production, production, post-production, will help you really gauge the magnitude of creating a podcast, but also help you determine, if I want to be a podcaster, do I have the time to do all those things? Do I have the budget? Do I have the tools necessary to make those things happen? Or do I want to look for someone to help take that creative lift off my hands, so all I have to do is hold a conversation and someone else can produce the show for me? And that's why CLT Podcasting is here. We want to help you make that process easier by providing you packages of services catered to what you need, which is why I would definitely say, once you think about it for a little while, especially if you listen to the rest of this week, be sure to check out cltpodcasting.com, hit that calculate button at the very top of the first page, and I'll reach out to you, set up a time to talk. Again, that's a no strings attached discovery call, and I'll have a set price for you based on what you put into the form that you submit, and we can change it from there to really get a personalized potential pricing for what your show will look like if and when you work with CLT Podcasting. Now, from there, we'll also discuss frequency. How often do you want to start pushing the show? Do you want to start with a healthy 1 month, bi-monthly, quarterly show? Do you want to be really ambitious and kick off with a bi-weekly or weekly show? You can also be crazy like me and kick off a show that's once a day, Monday through Friday, which is a lot. But if you have the tools right and if you have the right team, it's very possible. So consider those things going into the rest of this week. Tomorrow we'll break down what pre-production looks like and why that's probably the most important part of the entire process of podcasting. And we'll make sure you come out of the episode with all the understanding you need to determine just how much you need to work with CLT Podcasting. I'm Brandon, lead consultant with CLT Podcasting, and we'll see you tomorrow for the next episode. Have a good day.